Hi everyone, welcome to our channel Leap Scholars, and this is Manisha Angre with yet another topic on summary completion for a reading module. But before we start, I want you to tell me one thing. What is the word or what are the words that you would like to describe a small town or a village with? So type on the comment section all the words that you know that describes a small town, a village, a farm, a field. One word that I can give you is bucolic. Bucolic. Interesting, isn't that? So let's learn some words before we start the session. Summary questions, which can be intriguing for some and easy for the others. Let's see how are they for you. So first of all, let me ask you, what is summary? Yes, a summary is a brief statement or restatement of the main topic, especially as a conclusion to a work. And summary questions will therefore be the gist of the passage or the crux of the passage in a whole or a part. Now, how are they asked in the exam of IELTS? Let's further understand that. There shall be more details in the passage while the questions will include only the main points. That's how summary questions are like. In IELTS, there are two types of summary question. Type 1, wherein you need to choose a word from the text, or the words will be found together and sometimes within a sentence itself. There is another type in which you are given a pre-selected list and you must select the words from the list provided to you. The words might be different from the ones in the passage. That means they are synonymous. For type 2, there would be more options than the number of gaps or blanks. So you need to be careful which ones to take for. Further, let's understand some more tips. You should complete statements that paraphrase sentences from the text. In summary question, because it's a gist, it may not exactly be the way it is given to you in the passage, but it has been paraphrased or the sentence structure has been changed in order to make it simpler and precise. Here you are given a word limit. Ensure that you have checked on the word limit given to you, whether you are asked to write in 1 word, 2 words or 3 words maximum. Questions follow the order of the text. In summary questions, the questions definitely have to be in the order of the text. So here you do not need to go back and forth to find the answers. It is the gist of the passage as a whole, or it can be the gist of 1 or more paragraphs. For type 2, the options will be synonymous or may be relevant to the blank. You must check the part of speech, that is the grammatical aspect, and also the word choice or which word comes first. Here I have a question for you, which is given to you on your left hand side and the paragraph or the passage is given to you on the right hand side. Before you go and start reading the passage, I want you to pause and take a look at the questions and then go ahead and read the passage. Now that you have taken a look at the questions, I would want you to first identify the keywords. Let's do that. The first sentence is the chocolate market in the UK in 1997 was worth how many pounds? So the chocolate market, we are talking about the chocolate market in the UK in 1997 was worth how many pounds? Having shown a steady increase during the preceding 10 years, overall, the manufacturer Swiss Nestle supplies chocolates to over what? And the company has seen rapid sales increases in the markets in. Nevertheless, the UK market remains the biggest, surprisingly. British people eat more than who? Which consumers? Within the European market, their consumption amounts to nearly dash of the total revenue. Amounts to nearly how much of the total revenue? Now that you have identified the keywords, again, press the pause, read the passage, and then find your answers. Once you are done with all the answers, unpause and then listen to the explanation. So let's begin. It says 1997, which we find over here. We know that it is easier to scan numbers and names. It should be UK here. So we are talking about UK in 1997. So we find it here in this sentence. Let's read it. In 1997, the value of the total UK confectionery market, increased by 3% to a staggering 5.2 billion pounds. So here it says 5.2 billion pounds, and it's about the confectionery market. So anyone who has taken this as the answer is definitely not correct, because we are not talking about confectionery market, but we are talking about the chocolate market, with chocolate sales accounting for 70%, that is 3.6 billion pounds. So your answer should be 3.6 billions. The symbol for pounds is already mentioned. You will not write 3.6, but you'll write 3.6 billion. If you have missed the word billion, you don't get it correct. If you have got it correct, kudos to you all. Let's move further and find the answer to the second gap. We need to look for the word Swiss Nestle here, which we find here in the next paragraph. Let's read this sentence. It says it supplies chocolate to over what? Swiss Nestle, the largest confectioner, exported over a quarter of its production to more than 100 countries. So it supplied chocolate to over 100 countries. Your answer would be 100 countries. Isn't that easy? Yes. If you've done it correct, give yourself a pat on the back, and let's move further. And the company, so the company still remains Swiss Nestle, has seen rapid sales increases in the markets in what or where? Reading further, it says Nestle has recorded particularly fast growth, that is rapid sales, in the confectionery sales in Asia. And here it is the markets in Asia. So we do not need to read everything, but we just need the crux of the paragraph or the passage. So far we have reached until Asia. Reading further, it says, nevertheless, the UK market remains the biggest. Surprisingly, British people eat more than what? So we need to find where they eat more. It says here, in the US, the land associates with excess. Each American devours a mere 10 kg of confectionery per person a year, whereas UK consumers each manage 16 kg. So there's a comparison between the consumers of UK, which are the British people. They eat 16 kgs, whereas the Americans eat 10 kgs. So British people eat more than dash consumers, and therefore it should be American consumers, because there's a direct comparison between American and the British consumers. Yes. Now you need to change the format of the word here, because here it doesn't say UK consumers, it says British consumers. Therefore, you need to make it parallel and say American consumers. If you have written down US consumers, that would not be counted as correct. Moving further, within the European market, their consumption amounts to nearly dash of the total revenue. Total revenue, where do we find total revenue? Yes, that is definitely in the last sentence. In Europe, where the chocolate market is estimated to be worth 12 billion pounds, the UK accounts for almost a third of that total. So how much? Almost a third, nearly a third of the total revenue. So that's how a summary question is done. It's simple. It is not at all tricky, but of course you will have to check into the keywords, look for the correct word from the passage. There's a lot of information, particularly in this passage. You found that there's more data than what you require. So don't get carried away by the ample of data that is available to you. Just check on the sentences and the words that you require. I hope you now understood how to solve a summary question, not getting carried away by all the data available to you all, and doing it precisely or just taking the gist of the passage. It's simpler and easy to do. So happy learning, and do like our video and stay tuned for further informative videos. Till then, take care.